Ora Team, welcome on board. Welcome on board to Bonneyville. Welcome to Transport Fever 2 with me, Long John Silver, on PS5. Yes, hello, this is Bonneyville. How are you all? I hope you're all doing well. If you are doing well, click that like. If you're not doing well, then click the like anyway. It may help you feel well. And if you're feeling well and clicking that like, why not subscribe? And if you're subscribing already, why not check out some of the other things on my channel? Eh? Right, so where are we and what we've been doing? Stuff again. Oh, always with the stuff. Always with the stuff. It's 1908, so nothing magic has happened. Let's find a truck depot. Yeah, so we've still got these things. Some of the horse-drawn stuff has disappeared. But we don't have anything new coming in. 1910. I feel like 1910 is when some new stuff comes in, and we don't have any new train stuff. That said, I have been going around and changing some of the trains for the 442 Atlantic, and some of my passenger routes are looking awesome. So there you go. Other than that, it's been a bit of a continuation of what I started the last time, which is during my live stream. And sorry, my intention was to do a live stream today, but I didn't get around to it. I've got so much stuff going on, you wouldn't even believe me if I told you. So I have been doing an extension of some of my stuff. So you will see that there are more of moreness stuff here. For example, we have a lot more rocks. 18 vehicles. Let's add 6 more. Oh, not 7 more, because we like doing things in 6s. I don't know why. We just do. We're gonna need these. We're gonna need these construction materials a lot. So yeah, so I've been going around and I've been modifying some things, and I've been checking some things, and I've been fiddling with some things. I've still been trying to get this to work. It's not quite working 100%. Oh, this is new. Hello. So we've got stuff happening here. How many trucks have we got? 6. There's a surprise. Where's the 6th one? Let's double those. So things are on the ippity up. I should probably say I have been trying my best. I really have. 1,524 vehicles. I have a lot of vehicles. I'm up to like 60, 55, 60. I'm trying to replace 60 at a time, because otherwise I just can't keep up. I just cannot keep up. And I've got 1.1 billion and I'm making 41 million. What is that, an hour? I don't know. I'm richer than Donald Trump. Anyway, the point is, and I don't do crypto. So the point is, we're moving along and I'm trying to get stuff sorted. Now then, that's a thing. Goods is a thing. Let's talk about a couple of things. Let's talk about 3 things, right? Let's talk about 3 things. Oh, sure, let's talk about 3 things from Ireland. We may as well be from Ireland. Sure, you know, because there's things to talk about from Ireland. I've been to Scotland, I've been to Wales. I spend an awful lot of time in the northeast of England, but I don't seem to get down to Ireland too often, you know. So I should probably should be to Ireland a lot. But while we're messing around, goods. Look at this, goods. So there's some critical things happening. So we've got to this stage where pretty much everything is running according to plan, one way or another. But there are some things that are problematic. Coleslaw is one of them. But when we have a look at this, we'll see that there's construction materials. 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 And over here there's nothing, but there probably will be construction materials. So one of the issues is construction materials, which is bricks. Bricks, sir. I would like to talk to you about bricks. Um, this is a brick manufactory. Nothing on this side. Um, and this is a brick manufactory, currently getting nothing. And this is a brick manufactory. So the issue I feel is that you can't put all your bricks in one basket, right? There's a lot of bricks going through this side of the world. But it's not enough. It's just not enough. It really isn't. Arrecife is getting 28 out of 34 bricks, which is not too bad. Coslada needs a lot more, 56 out of 97. Tomaloso, it's a main need, 78. They're like not even close yet to what they need. You've got Antiquera, 11 out of 11. That's fine. They're getting what they need. Rivas, 99 out of 160. No, they're not getting what they need. Palencia is getting what it needs, 15 out of 15. Ubeda is probably getting more or less what it needs. But we need to get more bricks, and we need to move more bricks around. So that is why you will see that there's an awful lot of rocks here. Because what I am doing is I can't really, for right now, make this place move more bricks. We're definitely making a lot of bricks, but I can't. These guys here, they're almost flat out, although I need more. And the same with down here, I need to add more bricks. There's a huge demand for these construction materials, right? And over here is an enormous, great big supply of rocks, but I'm totally rocked out. The rock trucks, I've got 28 rock trucks, and in fact, I could probably get rid of like what, say 4, sell 4 of those, because we're overly laden with rocks. We are like, there's no rocks here. The rocks are all going away. It's all very good. So we need to get more bricks, more construction materials made. So that's what's sort of happening over here, and what is happening with these rocks, right? So we're trying to get these rocks to here to make more bricks. That's one thing, right? The second thing is goods. Now, we now have 2 places that make goods, which is fine. We have this place over here, which is making goods. And it's making a fair amount of goods, and it's supplying a fair amount of goods, and goods are going places and everything else, and that's great. And we have this place over here, which is making goods, but we're not shifting any goods as yet. So we're not really making the most out of this good supply. And we're probably not making the most out of this good supply or this construction material supply. So I'm a little bit conscious about these two. And they are on my mind for places to go next. And the other thing is public transport. So I'm very quite surprised that the commuter trains are doing quite as well as they could and or should be doing. This guy is shifting 63 out of 100 from Columnar, and this is the Arrecife Columnar commuter. And when he gets down here, there will be, well, I don't know. We'll see. There'll be a few, that's for sure. And in terms of the Arrecife Tomaloso, he's carrying 48 out, and when he gets over here, there will be a few. So the main thrust of the the public transport has eased off a bit, and I will probably be able to reduce the size of those trains, because now we're moving people. But it does help in terms of the growth of the cities, right? So if we go to statistics and we have a look at our towns, and let's say what it is size. Yeah, that's fine. You'll see that we have Arrecife at the top, which is interesting. I was kind of surprised that Arrecife would be the top. So it's 515 people. Growth plus 210%, etc. We've got Ubeda, which is fine. Tomaloso, Riva, Palencia, Villicans, Antequera, and Columnar, and Coslada, and right down El Puerto at the bottom, which is sort of, I've not really done anything with. So we're gonna have to look at how we move things along, because as I have said to you before, the aim of the game, for me anyway, the aim of the game is everybody 1000 pop. This one's going to be hard, but 1000 population in all of these places, which is trickier than you think. I've not managed to achieve it, and some of the keys to this is things like public transport. Public transport is one of the things that we need to do. So let us have a little think about that for right now. So let's think about public transport first. So we have been talking about these lines, and we have this train coming in, which is, where is he? Well, let's have a look at this train. So this is our Arrecife Tomaloso. Our other commuter train is like miles away. So this guy's going to come in. He's going to enjoy the view over the bridge while he hurtles over the bridge, which is great. We do like that. But he's carrying 48, and when he gets into the station, he's only going to be picking up 80? Let's see, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. Right. I think he's going to pick up 85. Right. I don't think, realistically speaking, he's going to be picking up more than 85. So let us talk about the size of this train. So the size of this train is too big. So 120, 100, 80. See, that's a problem. So we don't want to go with this one because that'll slow it down. So it's really 100. Okay, we'll make him 100 long, and I think that will solve that issue. This guy that's up here, where are you? Are you down here? Have I missed you? I'm gonna have to go and find you. Arrecife Columnar Commuter. I think you've just left, haven't you? You're just right there. 60. He's only picking up 60. He's actually in the station. And is he waiting? Is he a waiting train? Does that... Because I remember setting him up as a wait... He is. That's interesting. That could be a problem. That could be very much a problem. Because that will slow him down considerably. Right, you're gonna move full load any. No, it still doesn't like it. Right, I'm gonna have to... you're the wrong one. You're the right one. Right. Okay. Alright. Where you go? Far away. Right, he's making off with 63. And up at the far end is 27. So I reckon if we were to head down here and find my train that is just leaving, and we were to say that we think this is a bit too long. It's not quite 60. I'm going to have to go with 80. So we'll make it a bit smaller. That's fine. He can shoot off, which is fine. We have a lot of people waiting here. We have a lot of people waiting here. 10 vehicles. Okay, let's add some more vehicles. Right, I'm okay with that line. Now then, what I want to do before I get stuck in on this is I want to connect this up. I want to connect Coleslaw up. Now, this is not good. This is so not good. Well, the residential is over there. Residential's sort of in the middle, actually. And we end up with commerce out here on this wonky donkey mountainside. And we don't want a wonky donkey mountainside for our train station, do we? And I did say that, and it's probably viable because I'm only running this one train up here, and he's not even full. He's supposed to be carrying steel. He's not even full. 48. How much are you demanding? Coslada steel supply. Well, is that by truck? Coslada West. No, that's you. Why are you taking so few steel? Something must have went a bit wrong with that guy. So, let's have a look. What we want to do is we want to have a look at a passenger terminus station. And we'll make it long. And we probably want it to kind of... I think I did say I would like it to kind of head out that way. Which is... That's sort of in keeping with what we have, isn't it? Sort of about there-ish. And I don't necessarily know if I wanted to get any closer in. I'm quite happy for it to be... Ooh, we could really just smidge it past the... Is that now... No, it's still on the same. We could smidge it just past the industry. Stop messing with me. And we could put it... You know what we could do? We could delete that. Sorry! That was people. That people were employed there. But if we put it there, right on the very edge, about there, like that, that would be fine. What we can then do is mess about. Pardon me. Is mess about with roads, and I don't mean the Greek island. So we could do that. Is that okay? That's probably okay. And we could... Well, that... No, it won't. I think what we want to do is it wants to go out that way. Right, and then this is a small road. And then... Oof. It's hard to get this to work, isn't it? I think... Oh, it's not looking super straight. That? What happens if I do that? It's kind of wonky because it's a different size road. If I do that, what's it look like? It's a better, better-ish, better. Ooh. And then we go in a straight line. If it will even let me recognize a straight line. I think that's kind of straight, right? And we do that. So that's a bit weird. That is a bit weird. That said, what we will say is that what we want to do is we want to put a little bus stop. Right, what way around is this line going? We would want the Coslada bus. It's going down and around. So I reckon what we want to do is we want to put it down like that. Right, and we'll come in here, we'll do this, and we'll do that, and we'll do this. And that is Cala de Almeria, and we add a station. Right, and that'll bring us down and around and drop us off. So that's all good. And that will increase the people into Coslada, which is fine. Now then, we have this situation here. So the way we address this situation is we just start deleting things. I'm not going to delete that. We'll delete this back as far as there. I think that's probably the answer. And what we will do is we will say that this is now. That was like a one-way track. No, it isn't. It just looks like that. And then this one should connect to there. Right, so we've got the outside track now connecting through, and this track actually let's do it from this side. I'm kind of hoping this will just you don't snap next to this one, do you? There's no snappage. It's kind of, I mean, it would be nice like that. Is that, how does that look? That it doesn't look dreadful. Right? So then what we do is we go here, and then we go there. Now we need points. Points is always good. I'm making points a little shorter than I used to. Right, that's good. Right, so these then just need to go straight this way. How's that look? Well, I think it looks fine. I think it looks fine. I don't think it looks out of place. Anyway, let's put it like that. Right, so what we then want to do is we want to get a crossover here, and you're gonna go into this one. I suspect, let's start from here. I suspect that if I were to go this way, I'm very conscious there's an industry over there. I just want to avoid. I also want to make sure I can do this at 120 all the way. That's 120. Okay. Right, and I wanna come in. Could I come in there? That's fine. I think that's okay. That's not too bad. Oh, I eyeballed that, and it's actually pretty good. Even if I do say so myself, sir. Right. On the inside. What do you mean 119? I beg your pardon, sir. 119. That's 1 kilometer slower than I would like. Oh, now it's good. Wait. Ooh, that interior corner is 119. You cheeky monkey. Might have to do something about that at some point. Right, you come up here, and then you're just whiz banging in there. Problem. The problem is that if I want this train to come in here and then go out that way, there's no crossover. See how there's no crossover? It would have to, there would be messing around, because if it came in on this side, it would stay out on this side. There's a signal there, you see. And then it would, there would be no crossover. So I somehow need to give the train, because it would have to come out, cross over, and then go this way. If it came in on this side, it'd have to come in on this side and cross out. If it came in on this side, it would have to come. Everybody would have to be coming in on one side, wouldn't they? I don't know. This is a tricky one. This is a bit of a tricky one. So that would be a signal there, and that would be a signal there. And there's no signals on this line over here. Oh, because I've not needed any as yet. That's right. I have not needed any on this line. So I'm going to have to add in some signals. Right. I think that makes sense. What doesn't make sense is in this tunnel. So in this tunnel, I'm going to have to do a double points system, because this train wants to come over to this side and that train wants to come over. So I very definitely need to do a little bit of change around. So this is my train coming in here, and we may as well do it sooner rather than here. And it's going to want to cross all the way over to there, you see? Now then, on the way out, it should, in theory, more or less go from the same side. Right, so now that train is changing over. Double points is really hard to do. So from here, on my train that's coming in, what I'm going to have to do is right here, he's going to want to come over to that side, right? And this one coming back is going to want to come. Right, okay. So this train coming in on this side wants to cross over, in which case I need a point there. I don't think I want this one. That one there is going to be a problem child. So coming in, a point to wait, and then cross over, and then that's fine. And I probably want a longish run, and I can put him there. And I have my points there, and I could probably put one in the middle, like that. I'll put one in the middle on the way back, and I'll put one there. But on the way in, he's going to want to cross over and then head off. So I don't want anybody to block up these points. So the guy coming in, that's you, the second one, You are going to need to stop. Oof. Come on. Come on. This is tricky. No. There. Which means this guy also wants to stop. There. Right? So they're not messing up the points. This guy coming in. We have a chap coming in and a chap coming out. They stop on the way out for the points. They stop on the way in for the points. It's the in, and then that means the next clear line is there. They come this way. They can stop there. Then they can cross over. Then the next clear is going to be like out here or something, isn't it? So that one. And maybe that one. You know, I hope in Transport Fever 3 they put in I don't know if you've played Railway Empire, but in Railway Empire you can set when you're drawing the tracks, you can set the distance at which the points come in. So you can say points every 400 meters, 500 meters, whatever. That would be great. That would be great for Transport Fever 3. So come in, stop. Yeah, okay, head off. Then there's that, and then coming back, and then that's fine. And then this guy comes in, and he crosses over, and then he heads off, and then when he comes back, right, I think that's it. I think that makes sense. I will say that the this train doesn't seem to have any issues with it. So can we jump on board? Let's jump on board. Right, let's see what he thinks when he gets into the tunnel. Right, here we go. Yeah, points. Yeah, he switches over. Yeah, not a problem. It looks like it's going to function perfectly well. I don't see any dramas. So there we go. So we have now this line, which is connecting all the way through, and there's buses running. So the only thing we need to do is connect up the train line. I was just thinking of adding it. I was just thinking of saying that we've got Arrecife, and then it goes to Lower Tomoloso, and then it just heads on to here. And then what I thought though was maybe come back that way, and then we're good. What I will say is that it seemed a little bit confused about some of the lane changes there. So that's fine. What happens if I turn that on? And what happens if I turn that on? Nothing? All good? So then I think we've got here is we've got Arrecife comes out, goes to Tomoloso, comes out, heads to Coleslada, comes back to Tomoloso, and then comes back to Arrecife. So then that's another line. Where's my train? Train! Is it this one? It is. So he's gonna go this way. Let's take a little ride on board. Over the bridge. Nice bridge! Very nice. Very nice. You see the new line heading out that way. That's okay. We'll come on over. Yeah, never mind the points. Ooh, interesting. Chooses that side. They're pretty abrupt with those brakes, I tell you. Right, let's see. Now he should head to Coslada. So he should stay on this line and then cut over. That's right. Yeah. Looking good. Looking good. Head down this way. Nice and quick. 60, 70, 72? We should be doing like 100. 75? Why are we not doing 100? Do I need to change the train? Have I not changed the train? I guess no, yards, we're doing 80. And it's surprise. We should loop over. Yes, points. Yeah, okay, fine. Oh, there goes the train. Bye! Hello, hi, goodbye. Yeah, okay. Right, so we're in the crossover in the tunnel, which is how I intentioned it to be. So this guy is fine. I'm quite surprised he's not going faster. He's carrying 78 out of 100 people. And that's all well and good. So, yeah, I'm quite surprised he's not going much quicker than he was going. Let me just... I mean, it says it's 120. Must be a train-related thing, sir. So, yes, yeah, so we got that. So we got that happening. Got that happening indeed. And, do you remember... I was going to contemplate, try, because I have the cargo running through the interior of the map, and I have this long passenger line going on the outside, and I have this other line here, which I can bolt onto. Could I extend this, out this way to Ubeda? That's ultimately to somehow make like a kind of a loop line, and then from the loop we could have individual little spurs for, man, I don't know what to do about Villa de Cans, but you know, we could have little spurs for the for the pedestrian lines. The kind of the painful downside is I have to really rejigger this side because of this is a terminus station, and it's got a lot of people waiting at the bus stop apparently. How many buses have I got? 6. Let's add some more buses. I could move the bus stop ever so slightly around the corner, change the road, delete the building, put the building somewhere else in relation to the road. What happened? Did I do this? Who put this wonky road in? Was that me? I don't think that was me. Why would you do that? Anyway, and then I would be able to bring the line round and run it all the way over across the top. That's going to take a little bit of faff. And then when we get over the top, where are we going to put it? Well, we're just by the by, where are we going to put it? This is all the residential over here. And we got a train line, and we got a hub. How would look at this queue with traffic. This is something else I've got to fix. Now that I've increased an awful lot of trucks, I have an awful lot of truck traffic. I tell you what, why don't you let me go off and do a little bit of head scratching, and I'll bring you back when I've got a solution, shall I? I'll see you in a sec. Right, hello team, I'm back, and as you can hear, I'm not very well. Sorry, I had a little break between the last bit that you've just seen and this bit, and in that break I got sick, which was awesome. No, it wasn't. It was horrible. And I'm still sick. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up and then crawl back into bed for 48 hours. So I did a little tweak over here. So this is now a pass-through station, which is fine. And I moved the bus stop to out in front of the station. So it's an awful lot grander now. I think it warrants it. I mean, I think this place is getting a little bit bigger, and wants to get even bigger still. Pardon me. Um, so there you go. Nobody's joined the line yet, which I'm not surprised about. So this is a 120 kilometer an hour loop. So you need to come out in this big wide arc. I've double lined the loop, but then gone into single line. And the single line follows the cargo line all the way up here, and then we've got another 120k loop into the train station at Ubeda. And again, nobody is joining the line just yet. So, and I don't think it's going to be that busy. So I don't see the point in having too many lines. But I've double lined the corner again. And just in case, what I did was I gave the opportunity for trains to switch over and use the cargo tracks. So if for whatever reason there is, or this does become popular, we do have long trains, then the game can choose to switch over to a cargo track to bypass a problem. Because there's not much in the way of cargo trains actually running up and down the cargo track. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. This thing over here, I cannot do any terraforming with this. We run into the same problem that we ran into when we were trying to do the where is it? The tunnel down here. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it was this one, where you end up in the situation where it seems to run into water, like there's water immediately below the map, and it's very weird. So it won't even let you smooth the edges off the top or anything. It really wants to be a tunnel, and I'm compelling it not to be, and it it really doesn't like it. So that's very annoying. So it's going to look clunky and horrible. I can't even smooth the edges. I've tried. It just ends up being the same problem. So, you know, we're just going to have to bear in mind that it's clunky. This took an awful lot of effort to get sorted, and it's still it's still not 100%, but it's better. It'll probably look better when we get a better style of bridge. We don't have the red iron bridge, which seems to work quite well. I could build a wall in front of it, but I don't think that's going to solve any problems. So there you go. So we have now begun the passenger line that's going to go around the map. So hopefully this can then peel off here, and we can head down this way and talk about switching people into Palencia and Rivas and El Puerto, and we can join up down Arrecife, and then we can have a think about what we're going to do with the towns in the middle, Antequera and Villa de Cans. Not sure about these two. I could maybe loop a line up here and connect it to Columnar. It'd be a tight corner. I mean, it's doable. It would be slow, but given that you're approaching the station, it probably doesn't matter. So we could run another line up the coast. We'd have to deal with this thing, but we can probably do what we did over there. We could run it underneath it. So that's what I'm thinking about hooking in those things. Other than that, I'm still letting the cargo shake itself out. And I'm still working on the vehicles. As you can see, we've spent a bit of money. A lot of that was because there was quite a few trains in very bad condition. So I've replaced some trains and boat and bits and pieces. So I think we're well set heading into 1910. I think we will get some more options heading into 1910. So I need to let a couple of things run, and I need to sort a few things out, and I need to just keep an eye on the condition of my vehicles. And then we'll see how we go. But as I said, there's also congestion piling up. So this one's not too bad because it's got a cargo station. This one's not too bad because it's still quite small. Same with this one. But places like this, you're starting to see there's an awful lot more vehicles heading into the center of the town. and you see these lines forming. So these lines are forming because there's only one place to drop off. So Ubaid is probably, I think, the worst. I think Palencia's getting there, but Ubaid is pretty bad. We've got this whole line of congestion to just use this one drop-off point. So there's a couple of things like that I need to sort out. So I'm going to go away and do that at some point after I spent 48 hours in bed. All right? Adios, muchachos. Do remember, do drop that like, do hit that subscribe, do check out everything else. And I'll see you all again, hopefully when I'm a lot better, real soon. Ta-ta for now.